Buongiorno! Hello and welcome for this tiny race series video. Finally, after a very long time, I'm back on my YouTube channel. I'm back in Swift Racing, and you see I'm wearing another jersey in-game. On the right side, black and white Team Sunweb jersey. We will find the time later to talk about this. Anyway, so the first time tiny race series for me after a long time. Why I have been away for such a long time? In the last video in February, I think, or was it January? I'm not sure now. I was talking that I was sick in the beginning of the year. I got a cold and I suffered, but then I got fit for my Mallorca training holiday. So I were on Mallorca in the middle of February, and I thought, okay, perfect, now the season preparation becomes better, and my fitness and my form and so on. And then I got at least 2 times sick again, stupid colds. And it was not that bad, so that I had to lay in the bed all the time, but I wasn't able to do any sports. And this was also the time of the Swift Racing League finals. And yes, so I missed it, and it's a very long story, but you see we have 6 kilometers left here, so we have time to talk about this. The route is Douce France, 7.1 kilometers, and it will end at the balloon sprint banner. This week it's a mix of rolling and hilly routes. So this is the first one. The next will be on Makuri Island, but you will see uphill finish. And the third race is once again a fast finish, and the last race will be once again a mountain finish. So Swift Racing League, our team, the Wattfabrik Watt Löwen, so Watt Lions in English. We've been very nice in the 3 regular seasons. In the first season last year we were on the 2nd place in our division behind the Dirt team. In the second round we took the win in front of Dirt, and it was the same picture in the 3rd season. First place in front of Dirt, and so we qualified for the, I think it's called Cup semi-final or something like that. So you had 2 races, and after these 2 races the new table will cut in half once again, and the upper half will go in the big final. And in our team we had some very strong riders like Benny or Chris or Rainer, and all of these riders went to category A before the finals, or Swift Power put them in the A category because they have had race results above the limits over this 4.2 watt per kilogram. And so we couldn't use them. So from, I think we were 10 or 11 riders in general in our team, so -3, 8 or 9 riders. And not everybody has always time. So in the first race we only had 4 riders to compete. I think that was in Scotland. I'm not sure. One race was both races were in Scotland. I don't know, I'm not sure. So we had 4 regular riders who were fit and could ride. And then I said, okay, I'm going to ride with you. I was completely sick. And I was, I think, on the last place. Maybe some riders left the game because they were behind the bunch and had no motivations. But in general, I was on the last place. But I grabbed some finish points. And then in the second race, we've been 6 riders, but I had to ride once again, I think, and I was still not fit. So we were 5 riders, I would say. And yeah, in the end it was very, very, very close. We finished in the bottom half of the table, but only 1 place missed to go to the big finals. And yeah, so we were in the finals from the second league. I forgot the name. But yeah, the team time trial, and there we took the win. I've also competed. I felt a little bit better at this time, and I think I managed about 10 to 15 minutes to help the team a little bit. And then another maybe 5 minutes where I was just at the end of our 6-man group. And yeah, then I had to let the group go away. So yeah, that's the story from the Zwift Racing League. And I'm already talking 6 minutes. But yeah, it's such a long time since the last video appeared on the channel, so a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, in the next races we will talk about the team change. So you don't want to look for the Wattfabrik jersey in black and red. You have to look for the white and black Sunweb jersey with a red S on the the letter S on the back. And yeah, you see the pace was quite high, I think. I'm not sure. In the beginning was very fast. You saw this maybe, but then the group came together, and now you see a big bunch. We are riding since some days or weeks with a new Pack Dynamics PD4, so the 4th version of it. So it's more important to find a good position in the field, especially when it's coming to the end of a race, because when you're too far behind, it's not that easy to come to the front than it was before. Yeah, that's why you see me quite often near the front, and I think I've managed this quite well in this race and also in the other races, I think. You see the pace is increasing now, and then when you look on the upper right side on the mini-map, the green points, how the field becomes longer and longer, and you know why it's important to be so far near the front. By the way, you see, as always, on the upper left side the draft measurement, so 240, 250%. This is my actual draft effect. You will see when I go more on the outside, for example, now it's become less. When I go more in the draft now, for example, it will increase. But yeah, you know this anyway. Yeah. Now it becomes a little bit slower again. I try to manage to stay near the front, but not completely in the wind. You can see I try that the draft measurement is never at 0 or 0%. And yeah, so only 700 meters to go. A long left corner. It's a very fast finish. It's a mass sprint. And yeah, in the last weeks I wasn't racing a lot. We will talk in a few minutes about this also. Now I'm almost too far behind, I would say. But you see I increase my wattage, my numbers, go more to the front, and in a few seconds you will see the first people to start. It's a sprint. And yeah, so I grabbed the wheel. Timing, I'm quite happy with my timing. Wattage over 1000 watts, wonderful. And yeah, you see timing is very nice, and it's a second place. Mr. Nielsen from Denmark took the win, and third place was the guy from Russia. I will tell you the name in a few seconds. So these are the results. Rune Nielsen from Denmark in front of me and Konstantin Rosnov from Russia. And yes, we will see how the GC will change in the next races, or with the next races. And here we go. Makuri Island, valley to mountaintop. From the distance, it's a very short race. I think it's the shortest one today. Yep, only 3.5 kilometers. and it's time for the gravel bike. But the beginning is on tarmac, so yeah, this is quite difficult for me, and at this point I felt not very comfortable with my body, with my legs and all. Yeah, so it was very hard already here in the beginning to stay nice in the bunch. You see that I am quite far at the end, and when you remember what I told you some minutes ago, that it's with a new pack dynamic, it's even more important to stay near the front. This is absolutely not smart racing. But anyway, I know a few hundred meters we're going to take a left turn, and then we are on gravel, and then I will have an advantage because you can see all the Tron bikes here, for example, and they are going to suffer and need to put way more watts on the ground. So yeah, this is left turn. In the front you see on the minimap one solo rider who tried to attack, I don't know. He will be catched, and yeah, all the road bikes, the Tron bikes, are slowing down now quite heavily, and you can see how easily I am going through the group like a knife through hot butter. And yeah, now I try to find a good position near the front, not completely in the wind. You know, it's the same story in every race. And that's it. I'm riding the Specialized Crux gravel bike with not the Swift standard wheel set, but the gravel wheel set. It's very important because it's also a big difference between the standard Swift wheels on the gravel bike and the other ones in the game. And it's not important which one you take, they are all quite on the seconds exactly same good. Sorry. You see, I didn't make a video for such a long time. I didn't talk too much English in the last week, so I'm sorry if I'm not talking in perfect grammar or bad pronunciation. So anyway, we're here to enjoy Swift racing, and yeah, that's it. So I find my position here quite well, but you see my pulse, it's quite high even for me, 210 after only 2 minutes. And you see also on the mini map on the upper right corner that there are opening some gaps, and that there will be a separation quite early in the race. See, all the riders at the end of this long tail will never come to the front again. Only 1.9 kilometers. In a few seconds we are taking the right turn, then it's tarmac again. So I have to try to stay in the group, and I hoped that the Tron bikes, which are here in the front still, that they are not pacing too fast, because then it would be difficult for me to stay in the group or to get some breath. And yeah, you will see we are thankfully we are going not too fast now on this flat tarmac section, but like I said in the beginning of the race, I felt very uncomfortable during all the race, this second race here. Yeah, but you will see in a few moments. Okay. Yeah, and maybe you're wondering why I'm starting in the B category. Yeah, that has to do something with the history of the last weeks. I told you, sick, so many weeks, and I was starting to cycle then, but I started with a lot of basic base training, space miles, with pace partners or stuff like that, or base training workout and watch TV or football in the weekend, stuff like that. And yeah, my first races were then the Tour of Watopia, but you know it's not an official race, but I raced them like many other people, all categories together, so it was not that much, no pressure to take a win because it's not an official race, and it was good to come back in the flow of Swift racing. And then in the beginning of April, I started to ride the Swift Racing Series of April, this Cobalt Crusher, or it's called, in the A category. And yeah, I managed to finish somewhere in the midfield in the races there in the A category. So that's fine, but I think I raced tiny races in the past, sometimes in A category, and when I'm in perfect fitness form, then I manage sometimes to finish in the midfield. But today, on my way back to my fitness, wouldn't make sense for me to start in A, so that's why I started in B. And now you see the attacks, the attacks, how early they started. And I know it's 200 meters, and these are long 200 meters, so I try to ride very steady, but still very high wattage. It's over 7 watts per kilogram. But yeah, I don't have the legs. Try to come in the draft a little bit, because it becomes a little bit flatter now. You can see the draft measurement. Okay, now I'm at the front. And now I tried to take this British guy, Mr. Waken, and I didn't manage it. And now I was hoping that no one was overtaking me in the end, because I had to stop pedaling 1 or 2 seconds before the finish line. It was completely at my end. But I managed to finish still on a 7th place. We will look at it in a few seconds. I will show you the Excel table. These are the results. Thongchai Palau took the win in front of Gökhan and Bobby. And here you can see the GC standing after the second race, and you see how close it is. So it's me and Gökhan together at the front, because we have exactly the same positions. And very near behind, it's Thongchai with only 4 points behind. So have these two riders in your mind, Gökhan and Thongchai. And here we go. We are in New York in the Central Park. It's aero setup now. So the disc wheel and one of the fastest frame. There are, I think, 3 or 4 frames which are putting exactly the same time down in the speed test on the flat. So normally I was riding the specialized one, but now we've changed to Cervelo, because it's also on our jerseys, Sunweb and Cervelo, so that's the reason. 6.2 kilometers, a little bit longer, 6.9 in total. Once again, no power up, by the way. Maybe you've realized this. And none of the races today were power ups available. So 6 kilometers to go, though we have time to talk about the team change. So it's not Team Wattfabrik anymore. It's Dragons Racing Team powered by Sunweb from now on. You can see on the bottom our Instagram channel. If you want, you can follow us there. I will put the link to our main YouTube channel. It's also a new one in the description, so we would be very happy if you would subscribe there too. And yes, the Dragons were before a team of the Wattfabrik, Swift Racing League team, like our B team Wattlöwen, and were called Wattfabrik Watt Dragons in A, so one of our best team. And yeah, then the teams splitted. I don't want to talk about the reasons and all the stuff. It's another topic. Yeah, but in the end, the teams were completely separated, and I was talking since a long time with a captain from the Dragons. He was once my captain in the B team before he went up to the A cat. And it was for me, I also told in the videos before that my plan is definitely to compete in general in A category this year, especially then when the Swift season starts again in the autumn. And yeah, so it was quite clear for me that I will go to his team, and also some of the Wattlöwen, like I said in the video before, Chris, Benny, Rainer, who were already A riders, were also on the team. So a lot of well-known people, friends. Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm in the Dragons team now and not anymore in the Wattfabrik team. And yeah, it seems that it's not possible to be in both teams, because I was put down from Discord, for example, on Wattfabrik, and also removed from the homepage and stuff like that. But like I said, it's another topic. I don't want to talk about this. It's not necessary. And yeah, we have to focus on the here and now. And yeah, it's a team Watt Dragons, not Watt, sorry. Dragons racing team powered by Sunweb. That's why we are also wearing these Sunweb jerseys. It's a former Pro Tour team jersey. Maybe you remember them from the Pro Tour. And yes, we are focusing on. We are a way smaller team, about 30 riders at the moment, and we are focusing on high category racing. So A category primary, and we have some B riders also. But also in the B category only at the top end, and also in A we have a lot of ambitious riders who can compete with the best e-cyclists in the world. And yeah, so we are more focused on professional e-cycling and racing and stuff like that. So like I said, we would be very happy if you follow us, if you help us to grow. And yeah, so 3 kilometers to go still. Still 3 kilometers to go. See, my positioning is once again quite nice. I have to tap on my own shoulder. Very far near the front, but not in the wind. You see the draft measurement. Okay, maybe now for a few moments I immediately decrease my power output. Now I increase again, so I stay there near the front. And yeah, I hope you hear me a little bit in the background. I changed a little bit on my setup for today, so I'm wearing headphones because I'm always need to listen very loud to very loud music. But when I record the video and listen loud to the music from speakers, I couldn't upload it because copyright. But today, yeah, my headphones. And yeah, so I activated the microphone from the webcam. I'm not sure if you hear me or if I was very loud today. In the last race I was, you will see. Anyway, 2 kilometers to go. And yeah, remember the two guys, one from Turkey, the other one from Thailand. Is Thailand correct in English? Let me check. Yeah, I think so. Thailand. Or Thai? Thailand, yes, okay. That's fine. And in general, the race was not that hard. You can see this on the colors on the bottom. Of course, when it's going uphill, Central Park, there's always a lot of up and downs. Almost no flat section. On the uphill, it was yellow zone, and the light red zone, but it was quite okay. You see my pulse, 200, it's also very fine. I felt a little bit better. After the first race, I was just maybe 1 minute still spinning my legs, and then I went down from the trainer and sat down on a chair. After the second race, I continued to pedal very easy in the start pens, and yeah, maybe this was one of the reasons why I felt better now in this race. And in a few seconds we will see very early attacks or increase of the pace. I don't think it's an all-out attack, otherwise he would get away much faster, the 1 or 2 riders. Okay. Starts now, yeah. So I also increase my speed perfectly in the draft. You can see on the draft measurement there on the left side that it's a very nice position. Now I'm leveling up. 58 was level 58. It was quite confusing at this moment. 300 meters before the finish line, and now I'm launching my sprint. It's almost all out now. Yep, I'm standing up out of the saddle. Yeah, you see I'm not getting to the numbers from the first race over 1000 watts. It's only okay. It's still quite okay. Over 900 watts, and it's once again a second place. And so let's check out the results in Excel. Here are the results. Me on the second place, Gökhan on 4 and Dongchai on 8. That means in the GC that I am leading at the moment after the third race with 15 points in front of Gökhan and 39 points in front of Dongchai. And yeah, but you see that I'm better in the flat races, and the other two guys are better in the hilly races, and the last race will be a hilly one, so it will be very, very close in the end, I can tell you. And here we go, the last race back in Watopia, classic one, mountain route. We're going underwater now, taking a left turn, then out of the underwater tunnel and toward the Epic KOM, and the finish line will be at the start of the bridge from the mountain route, at the first bridge tower. This will be about 600-700 meters of very steep climbing. So I've changed my setup to Scott with the Enver 6.8, I think, wheels. I'm not sure. I could have also taken the Tron bike, but when you watch the older videos on my channel, you know I'm not the biggest fan of the Tron bike, and this setup should be minimal, better in the uphill than the Tron bike. So yeah, I chose this, and yeah, the Tron bike is a little bit more aerodynamic, but I thought it's the last race. The pace won't be so high, so I can also stay with this setup easily in the group, and that's also what happened. And yeah, I think I will increase the speed a little bit. So triple speed, because I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, and there's happening nothing spectacular here in the first kilometers. So we can watch this in triple speed. See once again. I'm not even trying to stay near the front, because you see this pace is so slow. Look on the right side on the watt per kilogram. 3 watt per kilogram, under 3 watt per kilogram, slightly above. So very, very, very easy pace. You see also my pulse under 200. When was it under 200 today? I'm not sure. So yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt in this race. In the third race I said I feel better, and now I wasn't that sure. So it was also a little surprise for me when we hit the final climb. But first we have the short climb out of the underwater tunnel. I don't know, maybe 200 meters with 4%, 5%, I'm not sure. So now it's time to find a good position near the front. And you see how wide the peloton is. It speaks for a very slow pace. And yeah, now we're hitting this ramp. I'm increasing my power See, over 300 watts, 350, 400 watts. And yeah, I knew maybe here would someone try to attack, because it's not that far to the finish line. So I tried to pay attention and stay near the front. I wouldn't follow attack, because I'm also the only rider from our team today, so we have no backup plan. So it was very old school tactics, just surfing the wheels from the other guys. And yeah, you see once again on the mini map how long the peloton gets already here after this short climb. And then you see there on the mountain in front of us, the first bridge tower in gray. There's the finish line, so we have to go all this uphill where the palms are. And when you're also swifting, you know that it's very, very steep here in the beginning, the first 100 meters. Yeah, there on the pink Tron bike is Gökhan. I don't know where the guy from Thailand. And I was praying that the pace wouldn't be too high. Sometimes riders are attacking here in the first meters, and I knew I couldn't follow those attacks, so I was quite happy when I saw that it's quite steady. It's a very high pace. You see over 7 watts per kilogram all the time, or over 6 at least. There's Gökhan on the right side, pink Tron bike, and there in front is also, you can see it on the right side, I think, with a Thai flag. The other guy is also there, so I had to fight a lot, and I was suffering so much. And then I looked at the meters, how many meters were still to go at this point, and I was like, I'm near my end, and it's still over 300 meters. I can't manage this. And then I thought, but yeah, maybe every place could count for the GC. I knew I was somewhere near the front, near the podium, so I was fighting for every position, and you can see it maybe in my eyes, this like a wild animal who wants to kill. And maybe we can hear something. And you see all this wavering from my upper body, so there was no energy left. This is so inefficient, of course, but it's a 6th place. You see Götz Özbay took the 3rd place, and you can't see the winner, but the winner was our guy from Thailand. Yeah, we will check Excel out now. Yeah, it was so hard. I hope you heard something, how much I suffered at this point. Yeah. So here we have the final results, not the race results, because I'm not sure if some guys will be disqualified there. And in the Swift Power result at the moment, Tong Chai took the win, so 250 points for him, in front of Mr. Rasmussen from Denmark, and Gökhan on the 3rd place. But you see, Gökhan here in my table gets 240 points, so like the 2nd place, because Mr. Rasmussen competed only in the last race, and he skipped the first 3 races, so this should be a disqualified. So Gökhan will go up to 2nd place. And in Swift Power I'm on the 6th place, and I would be on the 5th place, so 220 points. And so this would be the table when this Mr. Rasmussen would be disqualified, what I'm expecting. If this wouldn't be the case, then I would take the GC, because both of us, Gökhan and me, would have 905 points, and then I would be in front because I have the better race results. So 2 2nd places, and he would have only 1 2nd place. But yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy with the result. I'm on the podium in my first Tiny Race Series after so many weeks, after all of this sickness. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I would be very happy if you follow our main YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't done yet. And if I would also be very happy if you follow our team's Instagram channel. I'm one of the guys who's managing it, so you would make me very happy. Enjoy the weekend, have a nice beer in the evening, whatever, stay healthy and fit, and hopefully see you soon. Goodbye from Germany.